Seed is a crucial component of agricultural production and a source of priceless genetic resources. Smallholder farmers, who are thought to provide up to 80% of food needs of the population in Uganda, are the foundation of the agricultural sector. Agricultural technology is undoubtedly important as we work to handle the issue of ever-growing population, but it shouldn't be at the expense of people's health or the environment.
Today, there are so many seeds which are coming on board, like GMOs. We need to be aware of their impact on our local seeds. We, as everybody knows, there is a company, I don't know whether it's government or European government, they have been collecting seeds, all the local seeds, and taking them to Norway, deep in the snow, to keep them. In the meantime, we are abandoning our seeds, and maybe in 100 years' time, we are going to be requesting or maybe begging for those seeds. So for me, this is the time to be able to ensure that our seeds are protected, our seeds are promoted. Because you see, there is a fallacy that when you get GMO seeds, that's when you address issues of food security. But that isn't true.
There are many alternative approaches for addressing food insecurity that can be investigated, as there are still questions about the use of GMOs, that is, the genetically modified organisms, that call for scientific investigation and resolution. Farmers claim that establishing a seed bank, we can be able to protect the limited number of seeds that we have.
We only have to protect them so that we don't lose them all, especially the types of beans. Like on Obote regime, we had a seed called Obote, a bean called Obote. You can look for it now in Uganda, you can't find it. Some 30 years have passed. Today we are moving on now to, you can look at the seeds in form of animals. The seeds we have, especially the goats, we have the Mubende goat in Uganda. One of the goats that has been more liked by most of the farmers on their farms. It doesn't die, can't get affected by any pest, any disease, but now it's also being wiped out.
Other members of parliament assert that the limited allocations to monitoring the adherence of agricultural inputs will in the long run cost the country heavily.
We put less emphasis on what exactly somebody is selling is what is killing our Uganda. A lot of counterfeits, especially in the agricultural inputs. Farmers are crying everywhere. Farmers are crying, even for animal farmers, crop farmers, everybody is suffering about counterfeits. Some farmers have even come up with their indigenous mechanisms of spraying ticks, of applying to crops, because the original inputs that they buy are counterfeits, are fake. So the National Bureau of Standards needs to come out clearly. And
agriculture is a major contributor to the economies of East Africa. Over 80% of the population in the region work in the sector, which accounts to the 25 to 40% of the East African states' GDP. Rana Habwe, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.